Hi everyone, hope you're all well. It's Bernard here on behalf of moviegamenostalgia.com. New format now. We're trying a few different things, quicker videos, just as much information, not more information, but obviously what I'll do today, this is the movies that are new to the cinema and the movie theatre. But there's actually 4 titles, but I will be doing separate reviews on each one in more in-depth. So this is just to tell you what's out there. If you want to go and watch the trailers, get some information on what's out there, and I'll give you a little brief description of them, what they are, and then obviously, if you check back, push the subscribe button, push the bell notifications. When I do individual reviews for each film, they'll appear on here, and you'll get a more concise, more detailed look at each film and whether it's worth you popping to the cinema and watching it. So anyway, hope you enjoy it. Any comments, please let me know in the comments below if the new formats are okay. So the short and sharp, this week, four new movies to watch this week. The first one we've got, is it the biggie of the week? Probably is the biggie of the week. It's not the one getting the most hype on the websites, but on the various internet sites. But Charlie's Angels is out this week. It's a 12A. A reboot, obviously, of the different ladies, obviously different story, etc. But another reboot of the 2003 Charlie's Angels. It's an hour and 58 minutes, an action-adventure comedy. And the synopsis: when a young systems engineer blows the whistle on a dangerous technology, Charlie's Angels are called into action, putting their lives on the line to protect us all. It's directed by and actually stars Elizabeth Banks, and obviously stars Kristen, Stewart, Naomi Scott, Ella Balinska, and Patrick Stewart. I mean, we all love a bit of Patrick Stewart, don't we? It's got a Metascore rating, which is the critics' rating, of only 5.2 out of 10, which is pretty poor, isn't it? And as I say, I'll do a review of this and go into more detail on that. It's got a user review, which is you and me, Joe Public, of just 4 out of 10. So it's not exactly setting things alight, is it, on the ratings there? But have a look at trailers, see what you think. Yeah, I won't say too much. Please just check out my Charlie's Angels review when you get a chance, and I'll go into a bit more detail of what other people thought and more importantly, what I thought as well of the actual movie. Right, the next one we're going to look at, it comes out on general release as well. This is a bit grittier than Charlie's Angels. This is the Nightingale. It's an 18 certificate here in the UK. 2 hours, 16-minute adventure drama thriller. It's set in 1825. Claire, a young Irish convict woman, chases a British officer through the rugged Tasmanian wilderness, bent on revenge for a terrible act of violence he committed against her family. On the way, she enlists the services of an Aboriginal tracker named Billy, who is also marked by trauma from his own violence-filled past. Yeah, it's written and directed by Jennifer Kent. It stars Aisling Franciosi, who does an excellent job, Sam Claflin, and Baykali Ganambarr. The critics like it. They give it a Metascore rating on IMDb of Internet Movie Database of 7.6 out of 10. So that's a really, really good score from the critics. And it gets a user rating of 7.2, which is pretty good again, which, Joe Public user rating score of 7.2 out of 10. So if you want to watch that, that's the Nightingale, an 18 certificate, so you can't be taking your kids to that one. And I'll tell you a bit more about that in our special movie reviews on the Nightingale. Please watch out for that. And the next one we're going to look at, again on general release this week, it's Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. So we don't need much introduction to this. I think this came out when I had my video shop in the 90s, 2000s. It's a 15 rating, an hour and 45 minutes, classed as a comedy. Jay and Silent Bob return to Hollywood to stop a reboot of their blunt man and chronic movie from getting made. It's written and directed by Kevin Smith, stars Melissa Benoist, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and even Mr. Val Kilmer makes an appearance. So it's got a user rating, that's you, me, Joe Public, 7.3. So it's liked by the people. And let's face it, if you like Jay and Silent Bob, these are the ones who are going to watch it, aren't you? So it's got a 7.3 rating. But the critics hated it. The critics panned it on Metascore, the critics reviews, the critics rating, they've only given it a 4.6, a measly 4.6 out of 10. So the critics didn't like it. So I wonder who's right, but check back in when I do a review of this, and I'll tell you my thoughts and share some of the thoughts from other people as well. I mean, obviously the film has had constant delays over its time. I think it's been trying to be made for 2 or 3 years. It took 21 days to shoot it, but the critics hate it, the public are okay. So you please look out for my review on Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot. And the last film we're going to look at is getting quite a bit of promotion on the internet. It's a film called Knives Out. It's a 12A, 2 hours and 10 minutes comedy crime drama. A detective investigates the death of a patriarch of an eccentric, combative family. It's written and directed by Rian Johnson, and it stars a multitude of people, but in the main, Daniel Craig, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas, Jamie Lee Curtis, Don Johnson, Toni, Collette, Christopher Plummer. I mean, there's just a mass of stars in this, and it's getting some excellent reviews. The critics loved it. The critics have given it 8.5 out of 10. Which is exceptional. So that's on Internet Movie Database. That's all the critic reviews. And the users a little bit less. They're only going 7.5 out of 10, but still a very healthy score. We're talking an old-fashioned murder mystery with a quite a modern twist on it, I think, with Knives Out, which is on general release. So all these 4 films you should be able to see at your local cinemas, movie theatres this week. And as I said, please keep your eye out, push the old subscribe button, push the bell notifications, and I'll let you know when I do my own personal reviews on these. They will be out as soon as possible over the next few days. So please keep an eye out for those. So that's Charlie's Angels, The Nightingale, Jay and Silent Bob, the reboot, and Knives Out, all available to watch at the cinema this week. Have a look at the trailers, see what you think. Put in the comments below if you get to see these before I do. But as you said, I'll be sharing my thoughts and other people's thoughts in more depth on each one over the next few days, over the next when I get to see these things. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that new format, nice and quick, under 7 minutes. Please follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie. I'm on Bernard Deneen YouTube with these video, DVD, movie reviews, etc. Obviously, I do board game reviews and also poster reviews. So that's on moviegamenostalgia.com with links to Bernard Deneen YouTube. So please subscribe to any of those. I'm sure there's enough out there for you to take an interest in. And if you're interested in football, I do a vlog on a little team called Manchester City in England. So if you're into football, especially Manchester City, please give us a watch of that as well. I'm also on Facebook at Bernard Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com. Anyway, thanks for watching. What you're doing the rest of your day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, and more importantly, look after your family. And I'll speak to you all again and see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye.